The Great Jellybean Balloon Escape. On the edge of the little town of Willowbrook stood a sweet shop so magical, the air outside always smelled like sugar clouds. Inside worked a girl named Milly Muddle, who had the wildest, most tangle-prone hair in the world, and a talent for getting into trouble. One windy Wednesday morning, Milly was arranging jars of jelly beans when something extraordinary happened. The biggest jar, the one that never ran out, began to shiver and glow. Before she could blink, jelly beans shot out like popcorn, bouncing off the ceiling, the walls, and finally, straight out the open window. Not again, Milly gasped, grabbing her butterfly net. She charged outside, but instead of landing in the street, the jelly beans floated up, and started sticking together, forming something round and enormous. Within seconds, the jelly beans had formed a giant balloon, shimmering with every color of the rainbow. And it wasn't just floating. It was drifting away. Milly didn't think twice. She leapt onto the string dangling from the jellybean balloon. The moment she did, the balloon zipped into the sky like it had been waiting for her. Wah! Milly clung on as rooftops became tiny dots below. A voice called out beside her. "Excuse me, is this your balloon?" Milly turned and nearly fell off. A parrot in a tiny pilot's hat was perched on the string, holding a clipboard. "I'm Captain Pickles," he said crisply. "And according to my chart, this balloon is heading for the land of the lost sweets." "The what now?" Milly sputtered. "Where all the missing candies go," Captain Pickles squawked. "But we'll have to hurry. The Candy King won't be happy to see a human." As they soared higher, Milly spotted something black and shiny ahead, a twisting loop of licorice vines hanging in the sky. The balloon was heading straight for it. "Hang on!" Captain Pickles cried. "We need to twist through the loop 3 times or the vines will snap us like a breadstick." With the wind howling, Milly tugged the string left, then right, steering the balloon in dizzying circles. "1 loop!" shouted Pickles. 2 loops. On the 3rd loop, the vines loosened, letting them through with a sweet-smelling whoosh. Below, the clouds parted to reveal a sticky, swirly marsh made of marshmallows. Puffy pink and white mounds stretched for miles. The balloon dipped lower and lower until it bounced off the marshmallow surface like a trampoline. "This place is booby-trapped," Pickles warned. "Marshmallow munchers live here." As if on cue, fluffy creatures with syrupy whiskers popped up, squeaking and trying to grab the balloon string. Thinking fast, Milly tossed jelly beans overboard, bright blue ones. The munchers squealed with joy and scampered after the candy, giving the balloon a chance to spring away. At last, they reached a glittering land of sugar hills and toffee rivers. In the center rose a castle made entirely of spun sugar, its towers shimmering in the sun. Inside the grand hall sat the Candy King, a giant made of chocolate fudge, wearing a crown of candy canes. "So," he rumbled, "you've brought back my jelly beans." "Your jelly beans?" Milly said. "They came from my shop." "Ha!" boomed the king. "Those jelly beans are magic. They belong in my kingdom, safe from greedy humans." Milly frowned. "But the children in Willowbrook love them. They make birthdays sparkle and rainy days sunny. They're not just candy. They're happiness." The king's fudge brow furrowed. "Happiness?" "Yes," said Milly. "Candy's meant to be shared, not hidden away." The king was silent for a long moment. Then he sighed, chocolate chips tumbling from his shoulders. "Very well," he said at last. "Half will stay here, and half will go back with you, but only if you promise to bring me a jar of new sweets every month." Milly grinned. "Deal!" The king waved his candy cane scepter, and the jellybean balloon gently floated back toward Willowbrook. As they descended, Captain Pickles tipped his hat. "Well flown, Miss Muddle. Next time, maybe try a hot chocolate airship?" Milly laughed. "Only if it comes with marshmallow seat cushions." The balloon landed right outside the sweet shop, and Milly tucked the jelly beans safely inside, ready for the next magical mishap. And somewhere, far away in the land of the lost sweets, the Candy King nibbled on a fresh jar of fudge swirls, and secretly hoped Milly would lose them too.